Hey guys, how's it going? Captain Foley joining you for another first reaction to The Mandalorian, this time for chapter 5. Um, hey Cap, not seen the episode yet, and it's Sam here. So, Betty time. Just sleeping alike. Greetings for now. And it's Sam. Sam who? Not Samuel Coggins, that's for sure. Um, yeah, the sound of the Spurs. I know, I thought the same thing. The problem with that, I was just jumping right to the end. Wow. The problem with that is I don't want, like, the Mandalorian's great on his own. I don't want to be overshadowed by the Spurs guy. Well, try not to mention his name in this, but anyway, um, I think that would ruin it, to be honest. Unless it's done really well and he actually takes him out. Um, the Mandalorian actually kind of gets one up on him. That might be interesting, kind of like a nail in the coffin of that character and solidifying the new character. That might work. But anyway, we're going to talk about that a little bit more later. Guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. Much appreciated. Hope you guys had a great day. Hope you guys have a great weekend coming up. Today I was actually in Michigan. We were in Port Huron, Sylvia and I. She took half a day off. We went down there, did some Christmas shopping. My light went out. Um, shit. Hold on a second. So hopefully you guys are doing well. As if this battery is dead. As if the battery is dead. That just absolutely sucks. I think I've got it. Be right with you. I'm still here. Just swapping out the battery. This battery doesn't have a lot of juice either, but makes it a lot better for being able to see me and all that jazz. So we're not going to talk too long, I guess. Um, but yeah, I mean, hopefully I had a good day. Hopefully I have a good weekend. Like I said, Sylvia and myself had a great day today, and hopefully we're lining up to have a good weekend as well. Now you guys can see I've got my Christmas tree here. This is the Trekyards tree. It's got a few ornaments on it already, not very many. I got the 40th anniversary refit Enterprise on here, and a few others. But I got a bunch of ornaments over here that I'm going to be decorating this tree with. I'm probably going to do that later this weekend, and I'm going to do it on a live. It's going to be decorating the Christmas tree with Captain Foley. I'm not going to decorate it like I did the last couple years. I have a new idea this year. So if you guys want to join me for that, please do. But yeah, I got the Trekyards tree up, even though I didn't feel like doing it this year. I made myself do it. It should be decorated. Should have been decorated a week ago or more if I followed my old routines. However, I don't really feel like doing it, but it's up here. We will do it together on a live. I think that'll be a fun live to hang out with you guys. So, um, yeah, I mean, I don't think was the best episode by any means. Had some great moments, especially the callbacks. Maz Eisley. They didn't go to the same hangar as Han Solo. That would have been cool. It would have been a little too much considering that they went to the cantina and were actually in the same booth that Greedo and Han. That would have been a little too much, and I'm not sure about that. Um, but I mean, that was a cool touch as well. Seeing the Mos Eisley Cantina and um, and whatnot. So let's just see here. Sorry if the signal's bad. Let me just check something here. There we go. Terrible episode, you say? I didn't say it was. I didn't think it was terrible. It was just not the best one. In my opinion, this was the least favorite one. The good thing about it was seeing Mos Eisley again, seeing Tatooine, getting references like the actual booth that Han and Greedo were in. I thought that was great. The fact that the cantina though now is there should have been blaster marks on the wall, but the problem is Greedo never actually fired. Han shot first, and Greedo never actually fired in the original. So, should there be blaster marks? I was looking for the blaster marks too. It's been a long time. They've probably been scrubbed off, so it's fine. But the interesting thing is, when he walked into the cantina, I was expecting to see the droid thing at the door that goes off when droids come in, because you know they're we don't want their kind here. But the bar is being run by droids. There's an R5 unit in there. There's a couple other droids behind the bar. I thought that was awesome. Something's happened in the space of the events of all this that now droids are in charge of the bar. I think that's actually kind of neat. Um, I want to know the story behind that. I think that's cool. But so those are the great things about this episode, the callbacks. Baby Yoda was underwhelming in this episode. I'm kind of glad they dialed him back a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Baby Yoda. I think he's cute as hell. But he was kind of overshadowing all the story. Um, so, and the mechanic lady, she was nice. I love seeing the pit droids again. The kind of slapsticky, you know, Harry Curly and Moe, or whatever, the Three Stooges kind of comedy with those. I thought that was funny. So that was another nice callback. So the callbacks in this one are nice. The nostalgia is nice, but overall as an episode, it's not great. Seeing the speeder bikes was neat. There were a few cool elements. At first, I thought it was Michelle Yeoh from Star Trek Discovery. I figured Section 31 invaded another galaxy far, far away. And just as a result of it being far, far away, it also went back in time because it really looked like Michelle Yeoh. It was not, however. This is actually the lady that's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Because I knew I recognized her from somewhere. But she dies. Uh, the other bounty hunter guy dies. It's like you introduce these new characters and just kill them off. I mean, I kind of like that. I actually liked the other guy. He kind of reminded me of Dash Rengar with the way he was dressed. But then that turn where he kind of gets greedy and wants the legendary status. So, pa to him. Um, too predictable a story, says Jeff. This was my least favorite, still an 8. Yeah, it's still getting a high score for me. I'm not going to reveal my score, but it is not going to be up in where the other ones have been sitting. Even the last one, which was very much every episode of Stargate, in my opinion, that one is still ranked higher just because of the shock trooper girl. Can't remember her name now. Gina is the actress's name. She brought that one up, plus the ATST. So even though it's a cliche episode, the last one, it's still a better episode. This one is also a little cliche. I did love that it started out with a space battle. I called that the last one would start out with a space battle after he escaped with Yoda. I thought that episode 4 would definitely start with a space battle instead of him leaving the planet. But I was wrong. I was off by one episode. And I love how the guy that's going to shoot him says, warm or cold doesn't really matter. You're coming with me. And no, that's my line. And he pulled the Top Gun maneuver. You're going to hit the brakes, he'll fly right by. So I love that. A lot of little references like that, which is really cool. The assassin chick in this one is hot. If you want to think so, I don't think so. She's not my type at all. But I think the lady in the last episode was way hotter. But yeah. So some great elements. Got to see a space battle. We got to see some ship damage. We got to go back to Tatooine, to Mos Eisley, and see the cantina again. Some really great, really great references. You get to see Dewback. You get to see Sand People, and the Sand People scene was great with the way he communicated with them. You can kind of understand what he was doing with the sign language after you watch it a second time, and it's really neat actually. I think that's a fantastic scene. So, and the fact that I liked this other kid. I liked this other bounty hunter who's like, you can keep all the money. I just want to get in the guild. I want to have my first bounty be successful. And then that gets twisted around. Um, the Expanse has ruined space battles for me. Okay. You predicted an episode opening with Mando in a space battle. Yes, I did. Right before episode 4, when we were reviewing episode 3, I said because he's just escaping these bounty hunters or from the planet with Baby Yoda, the next one's going to start with a space battle. It was this one though, so I was a little off, but at least I called that. DGR Blue is here. Hey DGR, how's it going? Um, I don't know why the Expanse has ruined space battles for you. I guess they're more realistic and more fun, and everything is so awesome in the Expanse that everything else we've enjoyed so far is just shit. So I understand that. Um, I'll have to watch the Expanse at some point and to get your point of view on that. So, but no, this was the worst of all the Mandalorian episodes. Not saying it was bad. It was by no means bad. It was still a solid top tier, top of the ratings scale episode. I'm not going to give my rating now because we're going to save that for Monday, for Mandalorian Monday, when we do the full review and breakdown with myself and Samuel and all the pictures and screen caps from the episode. I'm going to save my review score for that. But this is a good episode for sure. It is by far awesome Star Wars, but compared to the other episodes we've had in The Mandalorian, this one just does not quite hold up. It doesn't quite reach that pinnacle. It's close. It's close. And I see what they were going for, but it's just not quite there. Um, I wonder if they're confident enough in their CGI to bring Luke into this series. Uh, could be, could be. Spoilers before watching The Way to Go. That's a question. So, are spoilers before watching The Way to Go? I mean, I don't know. If you like spoilers, if you don't mind spoilers, I don't mind spoilers personally. Just because I know what happens doesn't mean I can't enjoy the journey to get there. Um, Sorry if my signal's going to shit. Listen, click in the red there. It says video output low. Let me just try something here. Looked like it actually dropped for a second. $35 is enough for something that isn't a cartoon or. I agree. I agree. I saw the length of the episode, and I'm like, oh, really? Back to this again. I was a little disappointed by that for sure. It does need to be longer. I've spoken. It is the way. So I like to keep movie characters out of this. No Django clones. Yeah, and that's what I was saying about when we started this. Um, at the very end, there's a little bit of a somebody walks up to the dead body of the assassin lady, and there's a jangling of spurs. Now, I just watched a video on YouTube the other night about the history of Boba Fett and how Ben Burt, the sound designer, put in the jingling of spurs to indicate that this guy is like an old west gunslinger. And the irony of that is that this episode 5, is called The Gunslinger, which I assume was. It says reconnecting, so there you go. I lost the feed. Not sure if it is me or you. It's me. It's the feed on this end. It is now resumed. It's back up and running. It's back in the green. Sorry. Just hit refresh, guys. I really apologize. Just come back and it's good. It's back in the green. I don't know what happened there. Our internet has been doing that lately. It's up and then it'll drop to like dead for a second, and that's when I lose Samuel on Skype during the lives, and then it picks back up and it goes good, or sometimes it's good the whole way, but there's these dead spikes in it, and I don't know why. So, but anyway, at the end, yeah, it could be the character that everybody thinks it is. I've heard so many people talking about it online since I watched the episode. It's not even funny. Um, Do I want it to be him? No. As I said, I think it would really ruin The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian on his own is a fantastic character and a great show. So we don't need to bring him into it. This older bounty hunter, because then I have a feeling that the Mandalorian is just going to be overshadowed by this guy, and I don't want that. Um, well, thank you. Saying nice display in the back. Haven't seen that before. Baby Yoda has already ruined it. I disagree with that. That has to have a good payoff at the end for sure. Um, if it doesn't, then I will agree with you. However, we have to wait and see. We have to let that play out. Um, but yeah. So my first reaction to this video. That's what you guys are here for. The first reaction video. I thought it was great. But it was the worst out of all of them so far. Not saying it's bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just not one of the best Mandalorian episodes. I think that's fair to say. So he did a Top Gun. He hit the brakes, and the bounty hunter flew right by. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Baby Yoda helps the series. Um, it does, and I think Baby Yoda, like I said prior, is there. It's actually good that he's there because a lot of guys or a lot of people. I'm not saying that all Star Wars fans are guys. That's not the case, but a lot of them want to watch this show, and if their girlfriend or their wife, who's not really into Star Wars or whatever, sees little Baby Yoda, they latch onto that. Sylvia is a huge sci-fi fan. She loves Star Wars. She loves Star Trek. So that's not an issue here. But she loves Baby Yoda, and I've seen so many people online talking about how cute Baby Yoda is, and I think it's actually good because it's bringing people together, watching the show together. Uh, it's good to have that kind of thing for both people. So I have no issues with the Baby Yoda thing as long as it pays dividends in the end. If at the end of the series or the season we don't find out anything about him, it's not a huge. It's going to be a reveal at the end, I'm sure, of what exactly is going on because there's still a lot of things we saw in the trailer that we have not seen yet, like the Imperial. There's Imperial Death Troopers coming, stormtroopers in brand new armor, and like a higher up Imperial official. We haven't seen these scenes yet, so that's going to be at the end for sure. So the Baby Yoda thing, I think, is fine. I think it's a good thing overall. I think that Disney dropped the ball by not having Baby Yoda merchandise ready to as soon as the first episode came out to get that stuff in the stores because they're missing out on a huge payday. Not saying that people aren't going to buy the Baby Yoda stuff when it comes out in May. I've heard May from Walmart for the plush and things like that. But I mean, it's goddamn Christmas time, guys. Everybody's scrambling to get this Baby Yoda. You see people making Baby Yodas online and ripping people off essentially because they're shit. They're not well done. Some of them are all right, but they're Disney dropped the ball on that a little bit. But I think that Baby Yoda is awesome, and as long as it pays off, I'm totally happy with that being a thing. But we have to see how it turns out. I can't imagine that they didn't have Baby Yoda stuff for Xmas already. I know. Every time the Mandalorian even thinks of leaving that child unattended, someone tries to steal it or kill it. If he does it a third time, I call shenanigans. Yeah, I thought it was a little janky that he just left it on the ship. But whatever. I ordered the Heavy Mandalorian off Best Buy. Went on sale pretty much immediately with the episode. Yeah, I saw that it was a Best Buy exclusive. I asked for it for Christmas. Whether I get it or not is another thing. I hope it's still available after Christmas if I don't get it, so I can go pick it up myself. But yes, I do like the Heavy Trooper. I would like to get that one for sure. I don't think anyone predicted Baby Yoda's popularity. I don't think they thought the show would be this big a hit. I disagree with you there. I think they knew exactly what they had, and I think that they're hoping that it's going to save the Rise of Skywalker. Um, but it's a slippery slope because they've released it before the Rise of Skywalker. It's taking all the glory. It is doing remarkably well. It's the number one TV show, television show ever. It went far above Stranger Things. So I think they're planning on its success saving Rise of Skywalker. Um, so and guys, don't forget to hit like. We have 25 of you here. Hit like, and if you can super chat, please do so. Super chats are important to the channel, as you guys know. I do love talking to you guys, but to kind of get things better for Christmas and things like that, because it's just been a really bad month. If you guys could super chat, please do, but don't feel like obligated to. Just I thought I would throw that out there. I didn't mention super chats at all yet. Usually when I don't mention them, I don't get any, just because I like talking to you guys and I kind of address a lot of your concerns. Um, but it's kind of disheartening when you do a live and like you don't get any, because it's like, oh well, I just wasted an hour of my life for no reason other than to entertain you guys, which is fine, I guess. But I think it was the potential leak issue, like James stated. Do you really believe the leaks, though? I think the leaks are a bunch of bullshit. These leaks for the Rise of Skywalker, I don't buy it. Chinese replica and Etsy products of the child are going to arrive in stockings this season, while official Disney merch of consequence won't arrive for 4 to 6 months. A marketing error, in my opinion. A huge marketing error, in my opinion, as well. Um, I was watching the Star Trek TOS episode Alternative Factor tonight. One of the best lines in it is at the end where Kirk says, "But what of Lazarus?" Yes. Cuban Writer is awesome. He's just come to save the day. $5 super chat. Merry Christmas, Cap. Get yourself something at Tim Hortons. Will do. Will do for sure. Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. It really helps out when you guys can help out the channel. I know that it is Christmas and a lot of people, are tight. So I understand that super chat sometimes go. This is a bad time of the year for them, and just for revenue in general. January, February, March, around March, it really starts to pick up. But because we have Picard on the horizon for January 22nd or 23rd, can't remember, um, the end of January should be good. But this month has been absolute garbage so far. So anything you guys can do to help would be muchly appreciated. But as I know, you guys got to get gifts for your own family and stuff. So I don't want to make you feel bad or anything. But yeah. Jeff Jacobs throws in 199. I will break the ice. Not my fave. Still good. Thank you, thank you, Jeff. If the leak was why no Baby Yoda toys, with them being made, it would. Um, it would have leaked. Oh well, yeah, but they missed such a cash cow. They should have. Those leaks only happen when you release them in stores before the movie. If like a lot of times movies are ruined, there's spoilers in the toys that are released prior to the movie, which come out like a month before the movie. They should have had this stuff ready in production, ready to go, and as soon as episode one hit, that same day, have those things arriving at the store. That's what they should have done. And I know it would have been spoilers for people that haven't seen it yet, to see this Baby Yoda on the shelves. But god damn it, it would have worked. It would have sold. They're missing out on a huge cash opportunity here. Not that they need it. They're fucking Disney, but still, I mean, somebody dropped the ball in marketing or something. Jarzia throws in $10. Can't. Thank you very much, by the way, Jarzia. Can't stick around, but just to help out. As to Rise of Skywalker leaks, they recently increased accuracy with each movie, and new trailers are seeming to confirm them. I have no interest in the movie. Well, I don't believe them until I see the movie, and I will see the movie. So, Andrew Sepp throws in $2. The Force Awakens plot only got the name. The Force Awakens plots only got the name right. Name rights. Sometimes the toy design will leak ahead of the show or movie, but I agree with you, Cap. The value of having it ready to go for Christmas would have been immense. Yeah, And now they're saying, like I said, with Walmart, they're not going to be available till May. You can pre-order them, but you're not going to get them before May, and that's bullshit. Like what? That just blows my mind. They really did not know what the fuck they were doing with this whole situation. Disney did drop the ball. They can get all the Frozen 2 shit out months and weeks in advance. Nobody cares about that. Exactly. Kids don't give a flying fuck about spoilers for their stupid Frozen movie, which I haven't even seen the first one yet. Don't care. Just don't give a shit. But the you know, we as fans of a franchise like Star Wars eat that shit up. They need to know that, and they just I don't understand the thought process. Even if the show started in November, even if they could promise things would be starting to arrive mid December if you pre-order, even directly from Disney would be awesome. But for some reason, they just don't know what the fuck they're doing, and I don't understand. Jesus, he says, isn't merchandising the entire Star Wars thing. That's literally all it's about. Exactly. Exactly. It is all it's about. I know they did John Favreau a favor and said they wouldn't do anything before the show started, so they wouldn't ruin anything. They wouldn't have any spoilers. But goddamn it, have it ready to go. I don't understand the hesitation unless they were like, oh yeah, this is, it's cute and all, but with the with the reception to all the Star Wars stuff that we've produced lately, we have no faith in the fans that they're gonna like it. So we're not even gonna bother. We'll have plans in the works just in case, but we really doubt it. And then once it hit and was a huge success, they're like, oh shit, those plans that are in the works are just kind of like doodled down on some note paper in a back office somewhere. We should probably get on that. Um, that could have been the case as well, although I really doubt it, personally. Let it go, let it go. Thank you, Martin Devon. Let it go. What do you think of Doomcock's thoughts that this Rise of Skywalker will be worse than the Last Jedi? You think he is right that it could be bad? I mean, it definitely can be bad. Will it be worse than the Last Jedi? Probably not. And I don't even watch Doomcock anymore. I have not watched Doomcock for probably over a year. I just can't stand the same shit every day, every video, blah 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 blah. Just negative bullshit that's not substantiated. It's just rumors. It's just speculation. It's oh my inside source, which you don't have an inside source. I think you're full of shit personally. So I don't watch Doomcock. Just because I can't stand the negativity, and I have enough problems with depression and anxiety in my life. I don't need extra negativity being heaped on top of it. So I don't watch Doomcock. So I don't know what he said about it. I get the gist a lot of times from other people that mention it back and forth, or the thumbnails he produces, things like that. But I don't watch him, so I really can't speak too much on what he's saying. I know what he's saying because I know what they're like. As far as I've heard too, he doesn't even like the Mandalorian. Certain people like Baby Yoda. When Baby Yoda's on screen, it's great, but everything else is shit in the Mandalorian, and I think that's a bunch of bullshit too. And Jarvis said that's why I've stopped watching Geeks and Gamers. Yeah. DJR Blue says exactly. Wasn't Disney buying Lucasfilm and Marvel to monetize the F out of those toys for the films? Absolutely, they were. I'll watch it because I watch all Star Wars movies. Exactly, same here. I mean Doomcock. It is the same name. It is in the name. Oh, okay. The world is totally a fire behind you on the TV. I hope we will win. Oh yeah, it's on fire. I mean, you know, just ignore that. It's my AI doing its thing. I shouldn't even have that thing. If you hear explosions outside, don't worry, you're fine. I'm just gonna hide that. Yeah. Doomcock just says stuff, so I don't know what it's based. It's not based on anything. It's based on his prejudices and his beliefs, his desires, the things he wants. He wants it to fail, so of course he speaks that up, and it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Him and some other channels just they talk out their asses. They really do. And out of one little article from some no-name fucking website somewhere that said something, all of a sudden that is news. That is the fact now. No, no, no. It's got to be substantiated by at least 3 or 4 sources, and then actually like reputable names, people, and websites that you know about. That's the only reason that's the only way Trekyards talks about things. We don't talk about rumors or whatever until they're actually fact, because then you can actually have something to talk about. But speculating on news articles that aren't really news articles is just stupid. But it's clickbait, and it gets views. He has now over 100,000 subscribers, and he's only been doing this for what, a year, 2 years? We've been doing this for 5 years now, and we're only at 54,000 subscribers. So it tells you something about what content sells, but we're not going to sell ourselves out to make clickbaity content just to get views and subscribers, because that's bullshit. So we don't do that. We have a certain level of integrity here, and we'd like to maintain that. So there's that. It really grinds my gears to see other channels just fucking blow by us with bullshit videos and clickbait shit. It pisses me off to no end. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. That's a topic for another live. Jersey says the only Trekyards, the only channel I know that's habitually negative and fun to watch is the Critical Drinker. Never even heard of the Critical Drinker. Wasn't he one of the sites that spread the rumor that Discovery was canceled? Oh yeah, Discovery was canceled. I would definitely not have a 3rd season. His sources confirmed that. Alex Kurtzman was fired. He will not be associated with Star Trek at all anymore. All these things he said, and they just never. And then, of course, nobody calls him out on it. It's just next week there's another thing to talk about. Oh, he tricked his way back in, or some other bullshit. People fall for it, and it pisses me off to no end. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go, Captain Foley. It's fine. There you go. I'm glad you keep your integrity, Captain. Thank you, Cuban Raider. Shall we play a game? The Baby Yoda merch gaff reminds me of when they didn't have the 12 figures from Kenner until 78. Exactly. It's like, oh, we're repeating history. This is going to be great. I unsubscribed from some of those negative channels. I don't unsubscribe from them. There's only been one channel I've ever unsubscribed from, and that was Keemstar, because he's a fucking idiot. These other ones, they're people I've talked to. They're people that are in the same circle as us. So I still support them by being a subscriber, even though I don't agree with what they say. I've heard that people have unsubbed from us because we didn't throw Discovery under a bus and say it was shit. And the fact that we talk about it, we shouldn't be giving it any lip service at all, because it doesn't deserve it. So people have left our channel because we don't hate on Discovery. However, I am subscribed to Midnight Eds and Doomcock and Mecha-Random and all of them. Some of them I've talked to a few times. Some of them I'm great. I met a few of them in person, and in person they're fine. They're great people, and we all have that circle that we're in of sci-fi, Star Trek YouTubers, and I support them. People like Anti-Trekker and stuff, I'm on their Patreon list. I support them financially every month, because that's important to do when you're another content creator, is to support other creators. So do they do it to us? I don't know. I don't know if we're subscribed on their subscription lists or not. Probably not. Do they support us on Patreon? Absolutely they don't. But whatever, that's their choice. But unsubscribing from a channel, I think, is just petty and stupid, because I still like to keep an eye on what they're doing, and they can redeem themselves at some point. If I'm unsubscribed, I'll never know that. And because we are here in the trenches of Star Trek, the forefront of Star Trek, we need to know what's going on. So we need to see the regular posts from these people so that we can get wind of any rumors that are actual rumors that turn out to be something better or whatever. We need to know that kind of stuff. So hire a pretty girl, that would help. It would absolutely help. Jarzia throws in $5 Canadian. Regarding subscriber count, it's not you, Stuart. It's that all of those other channels are selling out to the lowest common denominator and their fan bases. I know. I know that. But it really frustrates me because Samuel and myself put so much time and effort into this channel. Um, I've stopped writing scripts essentially. We have some scripts filmed. I have some scripts ready to go to be filmed, but I've given up on writing scripts for a while because I've just been so depressed. Because I put all this time and research and effort into writing a script, and the video gets 3,000 views in like a month, and that's bullshit. With 54,000 subscribers, we should be getting a lot more than that. Yet, fucking Doomcock or Mecha Random, they rant for 10 minutes about a little fact, and they don't even know their shit half the time. But within 2 hours, they've got 77,000 views. It's like, well, why do I put any fucking effort in? Samuel does all these renders, this hard work, rendering these scenes, seeing the ships do flybys, spends all this time designing it, rendering it, putting it together, editing it. We put a lot of effort in, and we get no views for it, and it's fucking annoying. And I'm done. I'm getting really sick of Trekyards. Sometimes. The last couple months have been bad. I have not put fingers to typewriter to write a script because I just don't give a shit right now. So that's, we do our lives. We film the odd mission briefing style episode. We got a bunch of them in the bank. A bunch of them are filmed and ready to go. They just need to be edited and things like that. But I'm at the end of my rope as far as doing this for 5 years and just getting nowhere. Like, we did really good at first. We really climbed because we were the first channel to be doing this, the first channel to be doing weekly Star Trek content daily for a while. And we prided ourselves on that. Now every Tom, Dick, and asshole out there has a channel like ours who we've supported, had on our show to help them out, and they blew right by us like Space Stock. Right by us. We had him on the channel when he first started because we love collaboration. We love helping people. Blew right by us. Does he give us the time of day now? Not really. If we message him, he might say, hey, how's it going? That's great. So I'm just personally sick and tired of it. I don't know what to do. I've just my last. I just don't know what to do anymore. But this is turning into something that's not the Mandalorian related. So, James says, I've been watching the Trekyard ship episodes, even rewatched some of your model builds. Well, thank you, I appreciate that. Fan reactions to TNG were bad when it came out, and look what happened. 7 seasons. I know, I got it. Trekyards, hopefully Picard gets you a good 10 to 20k jump. It should. If what we've seen before happens again, yeah, it should, absolutely. Especially if it's good. Because the same thing happened when Discovery hit. Our subscriber numbers went through the roof. Even though it was a very, divisive show, we still got a lot of subscribers from it, both good and bad. And you know how many times we've met people at conventions where they're like, I've been watching you for a couple months now. I found you because I was looking for Discovery content, and thank you for not being totally negative all the time. I know you're not the biggest fan of it. You point out the good and the bad, but thank you for not just bashing it like everyone else, because that's how I found you. I enjoy watching your stuff. So those kind of things mean a lot to me. So yeah. Star Wars is just more popular than Trek. Do more Star Wars content and you might get... Star Wars is not more popular than Trek. I totally disagree with you there. And we've done many Star Wars ships for Trekyards, and they get the same amount of views, if not less, than our other stuff. So I totally disagree with you 100%. We're not just going to babble on about Star Trek or Star Wars. It's not what we started the channel with, so no. That's just a no. Just some advice, man. Condense down your videos. Some of your videos covering singular topics are too long. That's turned me off sometimes. 2+ hours of you talking in circles. on a single. I get that. I get that. But those 2+ hours are alive with super chats coming in, and those super chats are what's paying. Because Google AdSense fucking sucks these days. So those super chats are what's keeping the channel afloat. So we need to do lives, and they have to be 2 hours. Well, they don't have to be 2 hours, but when we talk about an hour-long episode, it's generally 2 hours. So I understand that. I personally, when I see a video that's 2 hours, I'm like, I'm not going to watch that. But we have our dedicated fan base out there that we've tried condensing down videos. We've done fact files, which are like 5 minutes. We've done data files, which are also 5 minutes on ships. Fact files was on tech. Data files was on ships. Those fucking videos got almost nothing in views as well. So we've tried multiple things over the 5 years, and we're just beating our heads against the wall at this point. So the lives are what keep us going. So unfortunately, that's the way it is. So I gotta make like a baby and head out. All right, see you, Jeff. See you later. And Cuban Writer, you're right. We have what's called evergreen content. If somebody's doing research, I've heard this multiple times too. If somebody's doing research or wants to find out information on a ship, they look it up on and they find our video. And it's whereas Doomcock's videos or whatever about breaking news only are good for like a month or two for views, and then they die. Ours are ever fresh content, so it's always being gone back to, but that doesn't translate to good revenue, So it is what it is. Trekyards, hey Cat, but unfortunately I think people are drawn to YouTube channels that are biased for or against something like Discovery. You guys are very honest and fair, different from most. I know. Oh, I love your reviews of Discovery. Can't wait for your reviews of Picard, the Commander, and you are the best to review series. Thank you. Appreciate that. TNG lives are great. Thank you, Martin. Some of my favorite videos are ones people that worked on Trek talking about ships and designs. Do you think you'll do more of that? We will. We have some films. But we can only talk about a certain number of things. We've already look at our catalog. We've got over 1,500 videos. We've talked to Doug Drexler, Rick Sternbach, John Eves, Scott Nakata, Rob Bonchoon, all these guys that have worked on the show about the biggest ships that they've worked on. There's not much more to talk about. We don't want to keep bothering the people like, hey, you want to talk about that again? And they're like, there's not really much more to say. So we've already documented that history for them, which we're proud of, but we can't keep going back to and bugging them all the time for shit that will probably get no views anyway. So it's a catch-22, guys. By the way, Cap, you look familiar. Did you ever chat on the old PDE Star Trek chat rooms? No, I did not. I saw one site doing a countdown of Picard, and one with the things they reviewed was the Diane Duane novel, Dark Mirror, which was a great Mirror Universe novel, even though it's currently incompatible. Yeah, and we're not going to get into novel reviews because we got to read the book. And again, it's the research, the time to research, to write a script. It doesn't pay off for the views we get. So, sorry. I love the breadth of your stuff. First Trek sci-fi channel that ever touched on my love of youth Starfleet battles. I love Starfleet battles. We gotta do more of those. Sadly, some people just like videos that stroke their own negative ego. 2 or more hours is fine for a review, and you don't have to stick around the whole time. You can always leave and watch the rest later. That's the great thing about YouTube, exactly. Can Doug Drexler talk about his Orville stuff yet? He cannot yet. DMACs or DMCs, whatever the hell, non-disclosure agreements, DMA, non-disclosure agreements, and whatever. He can't. NDAs. That's it. He cannot talk about them. Like he talks to me on a regular basis. I talk to Doug quite a bit. I get the odd little nugget here and there, but I will never repeat anything that's said until he can officially talk about it. So we won't have him on the show talking about that for a while. Same with John Eves about Discovery and stuff. He still can't talk about a lot of the stuff, even in the early seasons. So that's kind of out of the picture. Not complaining, just curious. No problem. What about doing collabs with other channels such as Lore Reloaded? Hey, we've done we've done collabs with Thor Reloaded. He's kind of gone his own way now. We've talked to him a bit about doing another collab coming back on. He's not really interested, so that says a lot. Anti-Trekker has been on a few times. He is more than willing to come back on. Space Doc we've had on. Space Doc is too big for his britches now. He's too good for us, so that's not going to happen. Um, I mean, collabs are great. We love doing collabs. We love helping new creators out and stuff. But getting other creators, like even Irish Trekkie and the Trek Collector, we've had them on the show. We've been on their show. So we've done those as well. So it would be sweet if you could get an Audible sponsorship to listen to the review. Listen and review Trek audio book. That'd be awesome. NDA. Thank you, fans. Anyway, guys, that's about it. I'm ranting and raving now about something that I did not intend to talk about, and I don't need the negativity right now, so I apologize for that. I really do. Mandalorian was great. It was just not the best episode of The Mandalorian at all. So look forward to our review on Monday, Mandalorian Monday. Um, and yeah, yeah. Cap, seeing you and London Batman with the TOS captain share, you going to see a TNG engine drive in Canada, etc. Those are cool things to see, watch. I'd love to see more fleet yards. Yeah. I've even stopped. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I've stopped doing captain's logs on Friday. I've stopped doing them. I've stopped doing Eagle Moss reviews because I've just lost the spark. I've lost the desire to do them. Once I film some, I really get back into it and I get re-energized, but I have not had the desire to do them, so I apologize. Like I said, this weekend there will be a video on decorating this tree. I got some decorations here, not the standard decorations that I've used every other year, but I want to do a live, just hanging out with you guys and putting these decorations on the tree. Just something new and interesting, which will hopefully generate some super chats and stuff. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. It would regularly just be a captain's log, but I just don't have the desire to film any captain's logs and edit them and stuff lately. So I'm just burned out. It's honest. But anyway, so yeah, check out. I mean, I'll schedule it for sometime this week. We'll decorate the tree and do some other stuff like that. And by all means, check us out, Mandalorian Monday. Take a break from the channel, step away, then come back. Can't though, because we need to make the money to help us live. So we have to keep doing it. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Um, but yeah, come back and join me for that. Hopefully this weekend. And yeah, check out Mandalorian Monday, where we're going to review the episode in full, both me and Samuel, with our screen caps and stuff like that. So anyway, guys, I think that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. It's been 48 minutes. You guys have been great. Thank you for the super chats. I really appreciate it. And yeah, please keep coming back. And the regular community is what keeps us alive. You guys are great. Without you, there would be no us. So anyway, I will go and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Live long and prosper, and ignore the world war that's happening in the background. It's actually not really happening. Or is it? Wow, we'll never know.